Today I sat down on my desk and I wanted to talk about transformation and how to make your dreams a reality, sharing my personal story. It took me about 8 years to gather different tools and medicines to help me heal and become the woman that I am now. And I'm still growing and evolving every single day. I went on and off and tried so many different things to create what I once thought was impossible. The life that I have now in terms of my job, my mission, my relationships, my self-love, my relationship to myself. Like, even if I'm going through hard times and devastating times, I never feel out of balance. I really feel on the right path, even when it hurts as hell, even when I feel down, even when I go through breakups or grief or disappointment or hardship. I'm present, and there's just so much to that. There is just so much fulfillment, so much expansion, and it's worth living. Before that, it was not worth living, being always stressed and never myself and feeling like something was off all the time and that I was like struggling with life. It was a healing and a learning journey. When I started developing this self-awareness, that's when I realized how wounded I was. It's crazy because I didn't have extremely traumatic experience as a child. Like, I grew up very privileged, but somehow I felt so wounded. So first I started working on my mindset. So I read all the books and binge watched all the videos and did the trainings and the exercises and the journaling, and it just dived deep into my mindset. This first step brought me the awareness. For a long time, the missing part was my body. I was so disconnected from my body. I got into fitness. The more my body would look like the way I wanted, the more I will become more and more beautiful, according to my own terms back then, the more I was sick inside. I was never enough. I hated myself more and more. I was having eating disorder. It just got super trapped in my mind. But fitness taught me discipline and consistency and pushing my limits. So I'm really grateful for that. I remember being so proud of myself at the gym because I was training like a crazy. One day, this guy came to me and I was doing, I don't know what I was doing, but I was like giving everything. And he bent over and he told me like, "Are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? Are you training for the military or something?" And I was so proud. I was like, yeah, I'm giving, everything. I will push myself to have injuries. Like, I was really pushing my body so much. So I had the mindset and I was working on my body, but there were no connection between the two. And my heart, my essence, my soul was just like dry. My spirituality was in the fucking closet because that was really me at the core, and I was so scared of being seen, so scared of being rejected, and it was just so scary. And I thought I will never be able to be fully myself one day. I was kind of resignated, if that makes sense. I was scared about everything, so it was easier to be that person that I created, easier to follow what people decided for me, what society decided for me, than like stepping into my power. There were a lot of comfort into that because that was what I knew for a long time, and I didn't believe it could be possible to have the kind of life that I have now. But then I discovered yoga, and this is where everything happened. Everything changed since that day, because again, I was really confident. I was doing a lot of fitness and I was like, yeah, yoga is just stretching, easy peasy, I'm just gonna go and stretch. This is not what happened. For the first time I meditated, and I remember this very first experience where for the first time I was the observer. I could observe my body, my breath, my thinking, everything, and I was detached from that. Never experienced that before. Plus, we had some philosophy around yoga to understand the depth of the practice, and this is where I understood that yoga was not just the asana, the practice, the physical, that it was actually a tiny part of this, but there were a whole field behind it. This was a turning point in my life. It was like everything that I always knew inside and felt inside and never told anyone and never found outside, that was brought to me. And I was like, wow. And I was so transformed. Because it was not just mindset work. It was not just spirituality. It was not just working on my body. It was a way of being, a way of living your life. And for the first time, I'm like, I'm not alone. There are actually people doing that for ages and ages. And it's an ancient tradition that everything that truly resonates within me is outside somewhere in the world. Everything changed. I healed my wounds. My relationships improved so much. And right now in my life, I'm surrounded by the most inspiring, loving, caring human beings. It's through yoga, which means union, that I truly understood the importance to work holistically, body, mind, and soul. You won't have results if you don't consider yourself as the miracle that you are. And if you don't consider yourself on all those aspects of you. Then I started adding tools and medicines over the years to really be and become the person that I once thought that was not possible. That was just in my wildest dreams back then. Doing this work is about self-care, self-love, about embodiment, awareness, acceptance, spirituality. But it's not just a practice, it's not just tools. It's about transformation. It's about getting crystal clear on your vision, on what you truly desire, on what you truly want for yourself, on what is truly yours, your passion, your mission. And then creating that life that really match that desire, that is a reflection of your dreams, so that you have healthy relationships, you have the kind of job that makes you feel fulfilled and aligned, where you feel confident in yourself, confident in your body, where you feel present, connected to source, and you feel joy and playfulness, and it's funny and it's nice and it just feels expansive and it gets to be easy and flowy, and you're just embracing all of life and living fully to your highest potential, your highest vibration, what you came here to experience, what you came here to be, who you came here to be. It's all about relationships, your relationship to your environment, and all those big things and themes that we all have, like food, money, work, your environment in general. What is your relationship with that? Your relationships to other people, of course, and how you connect deeply. How do you attract your tribe, where you feel understood, where you feel safe to be seen? And when you realize the depth of the connection that is possible with other souls out there, and how it can enrich your life for the better. Your romantic relationship, of course. How can you experience this soul-to-soul connection with someone, attracting something that is healthy and alive and expansive, where you access all the magic, all the pleasure, the intimacy, the love, and build a real partnership? Because every relationship starts with yourself. So it's not just about feeling good, it's about unlearning all that is an obstacle to your true fulfillment. Everything that is blocking you from manifesting your wildest dream into that reality. It's about unlearning everything that is not yours and everything that is not you. Becoming so much more of yourself, that you're no longer held by fear, keeping yourself small, pleasing other people, doubting yourself, hating yourself, being the victim of your work, of your day-to-day life, being in the drama, complaining. But you feel strong and confident, radiant, magnetic. You attract to you the people, the situations, the opportunity that creates a happy, healthy life. So you know that you're on your path and you feel juicy and you feel expansive and you feel magical and everything unfolds. That's what you get when you join Magnetic Queen Academy. A safe space to go through that healing and deep transformation so that you can become the highest version of you and have access to all the healing modalities that consider you holistically and that work on every level of your life, of yourself and of your experience. That's a container in which sisterhood, loving, kind, compassionate support, and pleasure and feminine embodiment are the pillars, the foundation, the structure. I created this coaching program because the transformation that I experience for myself means nothing if it's not shared. I am stress-free, anxiety-free. I am embodied. I feel like I'm doing every single day what I was meant to do my whole life. I feel at peace within myself. I feel confident. I love myself, and I love myself enough to know that I'm always making the right choice for me. I'm able to speak up for myself. I'm able to speak my truth, to show up. I'm also able to see what's going on within me so clearly. I am so connected to Source. I've unlocked my psychic abilities and I tapped into my intuition so much, and I also trust myself now, and I really wish everyone on this planet could experience that. That's the reason why I created that coaching program in the first place. I want to guide women through that transformation so they can feel in power, empowered. This is priceless. This type of transformation, no amount of money can buy that. This is what really made my life worth living. When I think about the past and who I was before that transformation, I would rather die than go back to that. And I'm so grateful I went through that. That's the reason why I'm here standing in front of you today. That's the reason why I'm helping so many women to do that. But once you tasted life at this higher vibration, at this higher frequency, you can never go back. And I want to guide women to find their own path, to experience that transformation within one container that includes everything, so they don't have to do it by themselves. And for me, getting help and support by coaches was a turning point. It's like the work you do in 10 years, you do it in a matter of weeks. Plus, there is stuff that you can't access without this help, without this support, at least in my experience. And that's why I created Magnetic Queen Academy. I'm enrolling now. The doors will be closing at the end of the week, so this is your chance to say yes to yourself. As it's the first edition, it's a beta price. It will never be that price ever again. I have a very restricted numbers of spots because I want to keep this space intimate, and I want to hold space for you, for your individuality, and give you the best. At the moment, I only have 5 spots left, so if you're curious and this spoke to you, please reach out. We can either jump on a call and work together on your vision, and I will show you everything that is inside Magnetic Queen Academy. We will see if we are a good fit, or you can just send me a DM, send me an email, just reach out, and we'll close the enrollments before the end of the week, so it's time right now to jump on board.